Now, you're in the WOR Sports Zone
with Pete McCarthy.
All right, Pete McCarthy, Sal Licata with you on this Tuesday evening. And when you talk about the Mets a lot, you need to have at least a little medical expertise because it always seems to pop up here. So joining us right now, Dr. Barry Jordan. He's the Assistant Medical Director at Burke Rehabilitation Hospital in White Plains, New York, a board-certified neurologist with a specialized interest in sports neurology. He's been at it for more than 30 years. And Dr. Jordan, we really appreciate you joining tonight. How's everything going?
Everything's going well. Thanks for having me.
Great. So, one thing we've been talking about a lot in regards to Noah Syndergaard, really for months, was, Syndergaard bulked up. He said he put on 17 pounds of muscle. How much he really put on, I guess, is debatable. But, he ends up with the torn lat and the biceps tendonitis before that. Could it be, if you bulk up, are you more at risk for some of the issues that Noah Syndergaard ended up having?
I'm not certain that bulking up is necessarily going to be a risk factor, but strengthening will actually protect you from having a muscle strain or a muscle tear.
Really? So if you, build a large muscle, that it becomes more difficult to strain it? Because, when I didn't work out and I had no muscle, I never strained a muscle, and now, things happen.
I think more importantly is the muscle balance. When you have a muscle imbalance, that may put unnecessary stress on certain muscles, which could predispose to a tear or a strain.
Is there any way, now I'm assuming, look, you're obviously a lot smarter than I am, and I'm assuming the majority of people, if not just in the world overall, are smarter than I am, certainly the people in sports. Is there a way, though, Doc, where you can say, okay, well, this continues to happen, maybe we should try something else? I mean, there's got to be some kind of fix or something that you think would prevent certain injuries from continuing to happen, no?
Well, there are ways to prevent muscle strains, which includes proper stretching and warming up before your activities. It's recommended that athletes at least stretch and warm up at least 10 minutes in duration before they actually participate in activities. And you can make an argument it could be longer.
We're talking with Dr. Barry Jordan, Assistant Medical Director at Burke Rehabilitation Hospital in White Plains, New York. You say if you build up muscle, you avoid strains more, but we've seen, Yoenis Cespedes, and the guy's huge. He's got huge legs. He's had the quad problems last year, a hamstring issue this year. Well, something I was curious about is if you have large muscles, right, and you strain something, does it take longer to heal if you are, that muscle oriented like a Cespedes?
Well, there's several issues that are involved in terms of how long it takes to heal. First of all, it depends on the extent of the tear. Tears can be in 3 degrees. You could have a 1st degree, 2nd degree, and 3rd degree. Obviously, the 3rd degree is the most severe, where you have complete rupture of the muscle. But the other milder forms is degree 1 and the 2nd degree. The 2nd degree is a partial tear of the muscle. So your recovery is going to be dependent upon the extent of the initial injury.
Don't you think that in most cases, whether it's a torn thumb ligament, whether it's a hamstring injury that continues to happen, rest is really the only the answer here? I mean, just some things like that, especially the hamstring injury, what happens with Cespedes all the time, it seems. I mean, they brought him back a little too early. Rest would probably be the best thing to help him out over the long haul, no?
Well, it's more than rest alone. The initial treatment would be rest. You have to use ice, compression, elevation, maybe anti-inflammatories to help reduce the pain. As you start to recover, you may use heat to relax the muscles. Then you start with gentle stretching, and perhaps massage. And then you go back to strengthening the muscles.
Yeah. How about, just in general, I don't think you'd ever advise an athlete to work out 162 of 183 days or whatever the baseball season is. How would you recommend a team to, handle some of these guys in order to keep them healthy for the duration of a year?
I think you need rest. Rest is very important. The body needs to heal. Without rest, it's difficult to heal properly.
All right.
So I think, but it's not just in baseball. I think it's in most professional sports. Overuse injuries are quite prevalent.
All right, Dr. Barry Jordan, we appreciate your expertise from the Burke Rehabilitation Hospital in White Plains. Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks, Doc. There's some insight right there. I mean, look, it is what it is with the injuries. I'm not so sure that, nobody has an answer for